It's been about 2 months now since the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, and I have to say that I'm actually enjoying Smash a lot more than I ever thought I would. Now, I've been playing Smash ever since Smash 64 on the Nintendo 64, but I never truly followed the Smash Bros. Scene until Smash 4 came out. I remember hyping up Brawl a lot and watching the Smash Dojo a lot, but outside of that, I was never truly into it. I still consider myself largely to be a mostly casual fan, but after streaming Smash Ultimate so much these past couple of months, I learned a lot about how to play the game correctly. Although I'm still pretty far from being considered a good player at this game, streaming it has certainly helped a ton. Now, throughout my endeavors in Smash Ultimate, however, I realized just how annoying certain characters are to play against. Everyone seems to have the same general idea of which characters they dislike playing against, but everyone still has their own variations as everybody plays this game a little bit differently from one another. Some people hate projectile spamming characters, some people hate sword characters with damage modifiers, some people hate, well, this, which thankfully got patched recently as I'm making this video, and the list just goes on. In this video, we will talk about my personal least favorite characters to play against in Smash Ultimate, and why I think they're just so annoying for me to play against. Now, if you guys playing these characters, not trying to offend you or call you bad at the game, as most of these characters are only hated by me because of the way people tend to play them when I play against them. And make sure you leave a like, of course, helps the channel tremendously and it really does go a long way, and subscribe if you haven't already. And now, let's get on to the list. So the first character that I hate playing against in Smash Ultimate, that has been a thorn in my side ever since Smash 64, is Ness. Now, you could also lump Lucas in here since I don't really like playing against Lucas for similar reasons, but let's just stick to Ness for now as they're both pretty similar, and it'd be kind of wasteful to have them in two different slots. Now, when playing against Ness or Lucas, you better get used to hearing this throughout pretty much the entirety of the match. PK Fire! PK Fire! PK Fire! Despite Ness never really being too great of a character in all the Smash games as well, he is still a pretty popular character you see online, and he seems to be one of the fan favorites, probably because he's been around since 64. Now, when played correctly, the Ness matchup can actually be really fun and rather technical, but sadly most people just seem to spam PK Fire, PK Freeze, or PK Thunder, making it pretty difficult to rush it on Ness, as I personally love to get in with swordy characters and get up close and personal as opposed to playing from a distance like a character like Ness prefers. One of the most satisfying things you can do when playing against a Ness, however, is if you're playing with a character like Lucina, which has a counter, you can fall off stage when Ness is trying to recover with its PK Thunder, and counter the recovery to knock out the Ness. I've even seen cheekier things like this, like using Villager to pocket the PK Thunder, which is just hilarious and leads to really funny stolen stocks. Next up, we have a character who spans projectiles. You might be seeing a trend here, and that's Simon and Richter. Now, these characters are Echo Fighters, so of course they're very similar, but these two are pretty much identical, and they're probably the character that I see complained about the most online on YouTube and Twitter. They both have the Holy Water attack, which is pretty similar to PK Fire, and if you're hit with Holy Water, it usually leads to a free smash attack from Simon, who has a ridiculously long smash attack as well. Simon also has other projectiles like his cross and his axe, which combined with his long-range smash attacks and the Holy Water, make it pretty difficult to approach him and get up close and personal. Luckily, Simon has a pretty terrible recovery, making it pretty easy to get him off stage if he's thrown far enough. This one makes me a little bit extra disappointed, as Simon was a character I was really hyped about playing leading up to the release of Smash Ultimate, and then once I started playing with him and playing against him, I realized just how lame and annoying he is, and I didn't want to be that guy that plays Simon Richter online. Now, if you want a character that's annoying and has good recovery, unlike Simon and Richter, look no farther than King K. Rool. K. Rool's a character I still don't fully understand, but what I do know with him is that he's pretty easy to play, and the first time I ever used him online, I actually managed to win, despite never even using the character offline before. K. Rool has spawned countless memes about how easy he is to play and how K. Rool users eat glue, and they're not entirely wrong. Sure, a skilled K. Rool will be infinitely better and a lot more fun to play against than your typical online King K. Rool who just spams the same attacks, but K. Rool is still pretty annoying to face. He has counter, invincibility, an insane recovery for a heavy character especially, a projectile, a Kirby-esque vacuum which can even throw you off stage or under the stage, which has happened to me countless times. Luckily, K. Rool isn't as projectile spamming despite having a couple of projectiles of his own as other characters on this list, and if you can keep a safe distance without getting hit, you should be able to beat him. Although being a heavy with that recovery is another really annoying thing. You're going to have to make him go up to really high percentages and hit him with a really hard attack, or gimp him off stage somehow, which is difficult again because of the recovery. Next up, we have more of a trio of characters since they all play relatively similar to one another, and they are all technically the same person, I guess, except I find one a little bit more annoying than the other two. Now the 3 links in this game embody everything I dislike in an opposing Smash character. The one I personally find the most annoying is Young Link, and that's probably because just the one that I seem to encounter the most online, for whatever reason. Toon Link is rather rare for me to see, as he is arguably the worst, while Regular Link is a little bit more common than Toon Link for me to see, and Regular Link is arguably the best of the trio, as demonstrated by pro Smash player Salem, who's used him pretty well in tournaments. I feel like I have an easier time managing Regular Link's detonated bombs versus Young Link's regular bombs with fire arrows, as those fire arrows can be really annoying, especially when combined with the boomerang. I also tend to struggle with characters a little bit shorter or smaller like Pichu, making Young Link and Toon Link a pretty difficult matchup for me personally. Now I would say that I find the Links the least annoying characters on this list, and nowhere near as annoying as the next character. And the last character on this list is none other than the first newcomer we got in Smash Ultimate, and that is none other than Inkling. Inkling is a very interesting character with a lot of good tools at its disposal and a few unique characteristics as well, but they also arguably have one of the most annoying moves in the game, and that's the roller. The roller grounds the target for a short period of time, giving Inkling a free attack, even a smash attack, and it makes it rather difficult to approach an Inkling head on, since their roller comes out pretty fast and grounds you instantly if you get close enough. Not to mention that Inkling has a unique mechanic of ink, where you take more damage if the Inkling covers you with ink, so if you manage to get rollered while covered with ink, you will take a lot of damage and potentially lose a stock as a result of it. Inkling has a pretty good projectile as well with the Ink Bomb, which can also be used to edgeguard, and a pretty strong recovery for whatever reason. Luckily, Inkling has to recharge their ink every so often, so they can't freely spam ink-based moves such as the bomb, which does help balance Inkling a little bit and make the matchup a little bit more tolerable. Inkling is still one of the best characters in the game in my opinion, however, and even though I think this matchup is annoying, one thing I really like about this matchup is it forces me to play a little bit differently with how I approach an attack, so I don't get too much ink on me or get hit by other roller. That's one of the most important things that I've probably learned through streaming Smash, is you can't play against every character the same exact way, as every character is pretty different from one another, and every character requires a different setup and a different approach in order to win the matchup. And those are just 5 of the most annoying characters for me to face in Smash Ultimate. I probably could have made this list a lot longer, easily a top 10, as there are a couple of characters like Pichu and Palutena that I decided to omit to make it a top 5 instead of a 7 or 8. Keep in mind that this list wasn't exactly in any particular order as well, and it's just my opinion when it comes to me personally playing Smash Ultimate online. This list wasn't made to offend anybody who happens to play any of the characters on this list, or anyone who likes the characters on this list, as everyone has a different idea as what is annoying when it comes to Smash, as well as what is annoying when it comes to just playing video games in general. Now let me know in the comment section down below which character you personally find the most annoying to face in Smash Ultimate, and of course why, as I'd love to hear your stories. Also make sure to leave a like if you haven't already, as it really does help the channel tremendously, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss a future upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, I will see you all next time, and bye bye.